literally the last chance for Bitcoin, for ETH, and for the rest of crypto. This is going to be an emergency video in which I'm going to detail exactly what we need to get the pump to come back, or whether we're actually going to break a very important support level based on all the things that are currently happening in the world. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into this, and I'm going to show you some of my trades that I've been taking and was trying to get into some positions, but everything in due time. First of all, Fed decision on the interest rates. No surprise. Jerome Powell doesn't surprise anyone anymore. So no rate cut. And also during the press conference, they didn't really say much. I mean, it's nitpicking. Some things were a bit more dovish, but I don't give a shit of wasting time on this. As Trump came out and said that we have a stupid person, frankly, at the Fed. He probably won't cut rates today, which he obviously didn't. And maybe I should go to the Fed. Am I allowed to appoint myself at the Fed? So even Donald Trump came out and called him stupid, even though in reality, short term it would have been nice, but long term, if they reduce interest rates fast, it is not an easy pick. But certainly as crypto people, all we care about is pumps and our number go up. So therefore, we kind of have to align with Trump here, I suppose. So this is the situation with Fed, and it is quite bad, I think, just short term for crypto and for this entire summer, because they are currently saying that there's going to be 2 rate cuts this year. So they're saying that the economy is strong enough. It's fine. Inflation is not going down powerfully enough. So which means that this year, up until the end of the year, there might be 2 rate cuts. So there might be one next FOMC meeting and then another one, and then that's it. So what it means really, we're not expecting a tremendous rate cuts and then money printing, booyah. So then this kind of has to adjust your expectations for the market in general, because until this happens, nothing's going to happen. People ain't got money, record levels of debt, of credit card debt, and the lowest level of personal savings, which means people don't have extra cash to put into altcoins. It's just is as obvious as this, and this is exactly what drives crypto cycles in terms of the growth cycles. It is global liquidity and not institutional liquidity, because institutional liquidity doesn't care about Bitcoin and Ethereum. It is retail liquidity, and for retail liquidity we need money printing. So anyway, let's move on. So this is not great, and the next thing that isn't great is the situation in Iran. And Trump kind of backpedaled on his thing that we're not going to get involved, but one day he just suddenly said, oh, you know what, we're probably going to get involved with Iran. And now he came out and he said that he wants unconditional surrender, that no negotiations, just full surrender and fuck off. So this is basically what he said, and therefore the market. I'm going to get back to the chart in just a second to give you my understanding of price action and technicals. But it's all affecting as to what is happening in crypto. That's why I'm saying that right now there is only kind of really the last chance for crypto, which I'm going to get to in just a second. So that's why I'm always explaining everything in due time. So Iran actually moves to control Strait of Hormuz oil traffic, and they also threatened to shut it down. So that a quick reminder that it's about 20% of all oil exports from the Middle East actually go through this place. If they were to shut it down, oil would probably skyrocket to $120 a barrel, which means that in the United States, at the gas pumps, gas would go from $4, and depending on the state, to $8, which would increase what? Inflation. That consumers would be unhappy again, and probably it would actually affect the amount of money people have, because everybody's spending money on gas daily. So this is a big issue, and it kind of is scary, to be honest. So that's why kind of messing with Iran right now is probably not the best idea. Also, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un came out and said that he supports Tehran. They say in Iran. So the same thing, Russia, same thing, Pakistan, and China. So it is starting to evolve more and more, obviously, into a global scale conflict. So, and then there have also been rumors that the United States were actually secretly allowing for Israel to strike first, kind of knowing that it could lead into a war. So it's also strange. It is also inconspicuous or conspicuous. It's so unfair and so deliberate and so deceitful that, to be honest, it's really hard to predict, just in general, because they're not going to ever tell you the truth. obviously, unfortunately. So we're just here nitpicking and trying to fucking guess and playing the game, as if you know what I mean. So Trump came out and he said that he has approved attack plans against Iran, but has withheld final order to see if Tehran comes to the negotiating table, according to Wall Street Journal. So that's the whole point now. And this is the last chance that the market has currently. And that is what I also mentioned in the previous video. If they actually go about and actually enter Iran and it actually becomes a huge war, this would be the escalation that would simply, or some kind of crazy nuclear missile hitting Iran or Israel, something that is next step, something that is unfathomable, something that the market hasn't priced in yet. And we are this close. Guys, we are literally like every morning when I wake up, I'm like, okay, I'm going to check my phone. Was there something huge which would count as an extra escalation for us to break support level in crypto? We are literally this close. And literally this last chance is standing on thin ice, which actually shows very well in the charts. I'm going to show you in just a second. But before I do, what is interesting that during all this turmoil, institutionals don't care. They keep, this is ETF on Bitcoin. They keep buying hundreds of millions of dollars and billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. Same thing on ETH, not as much as before, but they're still buying ETH. So what I think here, before I conclude here in terms of just short-term technicals, long-term, all of this, as I've said before, any uncertainty is good. Because even if there's going to be global war, the oil is going to go up, inflation, this and that. But then down the road, it's all going to lead to one thing and one thing only. Huge money printing and emergency spending. And it's all going to be good for the market. And Bitcoin is going to finally go to 200,000. Ethereum is going to go to 10,000, etc. So it's all unavoidable. So therefore, at any price, any correction here right now is actually constituting as a good opportunity to buy at cheaper prices for spot. But now, because you don't have a liquidation price. When it comes to futures, though, here is a different story. With futures, right now, if you're looking at the chart, and you will actually pay attention to what is happening, we're literally standing at a very important support, and we are trying to break it so many times already. It's pretty incredible. If you actually look at 15-minute chart, look how many attempts there were to already break this level, which sooner or later, usually the more attempts there are to break the level, the sooner it's going to actually break. If you look at Ethereum, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're so close, so close. We were trying to break it so hard right here. Even on Solana, we're actually coming close to this very important level, so we're kind of squeezing it right here, which kind of creates a pretty beautiful picture for a breakout to the upside, but it's going to happen only in one case and one case only. Same thing for Ethereum. I kind of want to long it. I kind of want to believe that Trump is not going to attack Iran. I want to believe that this war is not going to continue. I want to believe there's not going to be any nuclear threat, real one, where somebody's hitting someone else with a nuclear missile. If that's not going to happen, then this last chance will actually have a chance of standing. So if nothing happens, and for example, tomorrow Iran comes out and confirms, okay, we're going to negotiate, we certainly are going to break out. I think that the next target for ETH will be like 2,700 again, and hopefully maybe we'll actually break this level of, we were trying to break here, 4 times. But if something bad happens, again, that's why, and you're going to say, Thomas, if, well, I don't have a fucking crystal ball. I don't talk to the Prime Minister of Israel. I don't know what Mossad is doing and what the White House is planning, and neither do you, so shut up and listen. So the only thing that we can hope for is that nothing is going to happen. In that case, maybe we kind of will retest this level again, and I will try to get into a leveraged long trade again at this level, because I kind of tried doing this already twice on Bybit, and every time when I would try to do this, so I would actually, these are my 2 attempts. One was actually a short because, never mind. So I tried it twice in total to get into this long trade, and I tried to do this right in this vicinity here. One of my entry points was right here, but then I actually got stopped out right here because I'm not risking it. At any point, one piece of news with a delay comes out and you just get wiped out. So I'm just being extremely careful. If we do come back here again, I will try to enter into a long trade yet again, just to see if good news will come out and you will kind of get this perfect trade. So I'm just being extremely careful with futures right now, just simply because it's not about technicals no more. It's not about fundamentals or crypto fundamentals. It's about, are they going to push a button or not? That's about it. And you guys see that I'm trading over on Bybit. Bybit was actually super nice enough to give us a deposit bonus, which you can find down in the description of this video, upwards of $30,000 initial deposit bonuses. But most importantly, with that link, you can actually get up to 42% discount on trading fees. So go sign up and you can create a new account with a different form of identification if you already have an account, like such as a driver's license. So stay smart. Check out this quick video popping up on your screen as to how to trade crypto properly. You will learn a lot, and you will learn exactly why 97% of people lose money in crypto and in trading in general. Because right here, the way I'm trying to enter into a long trade from here, I'm protecting myself. And that's why, even though I don't have so many wins, but overall, I'm very profitable when I trade, but I'm just trading extremely careful. And it's enough to make good money in crypto. So go check it out, and I'll see you next video.